That's better. Hopefully you can hear me now. We're live. Bit of a slow start today. I went to see, I'm definitely not at the races today, that's for sure. Went to see some family yesterday, drop off some presents, and ended up having a few too many glasses of red wine. So I'm a little bit jaded today, to say the least. I did take a little small trade earlier on. It was a short. See there, little small, just a snipe, $123 to start the day. Right, where we are here, let me just fix this. Edit, I want to show 1,000 candles, that's fine. We was bad up and down. Killzones came in, give us another shoot to the downside, but I'm wondering whether we're going to start moving up a little bit now. I am tempted to do a little long, if I'm honest, but I'm waiting for another little pullback before I think about going long. Do we have any economic news today? What's going on here? I think that's... refresh that. Get rid of that. So, today... we have core CPE in half an hour. So, let's do some little bit of due diligence. Let's see. Change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So what are we expecting? Differs from core CPI. So this is more like the what is it? Core PCE month over month. It's the Federal Reserve's primary inflation measure. Inflation is important to current valuation because rising prices lead the central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for their inflation containment mandate. So it's been rising. What do we expected? So let's just go back to that 1 second to just double check something. So it's been pretty much as expected. 0.3 is the forecast. The actual in October was 0.3. The forecast again 0.3 and the actual was 0.3. So what are we forecasting this month? Let's see, get rid of that. So we're actually expecting a little bit of a drop. So if that is the case, actual is greater than the forecast. It's good for currency, which would be bad for indices. So we shall see. I think that this is one that can move the market. So it should be interesting. Just check something real quick. I'm gonna chance a little long here, I think, just because I think price has got a potential, and I'm gonna go in on 2 contracts, I think, to buy a bid. Okay, we're in. Let's bring this up here a little bit. We're just below the VWAP. It's good enough for me. Just need to check very quickly. Yeah, I mean, just because when I if you're on the live now, Mark, I don't know if you're on the live currently on YouTube, but if you the way I did it is I just show you, open an account, right, and then put in my details here, submit, and then it give me a file that I downloaded and installed, and then I was good to go. I didn't need to kind of I didn't need to select what type of account or anything here. So I literally just put in my information, and then it gave me a file with a 14-day free trial. Okay, so hopefully price starts to continue up. We're only in small. Again, taking base hits. Really, what I want to do is finish this week off strong. In green, and I think I'm probably up about. I was as low as 4,500. We're now at 8,000. So on the week, even though we took a massive hit on the FOMC day, we're still doing okay. So let's hope we continue that, good run of form. I'll be really keen and interested to see what happens with PCE, because that's going to be hopefully a nice drive up to finish the week in a bit of positive territory. But we shall see. I am tempted to double down a little bit on this. Just don't know if it's too risky. But even two contracts can really move. I mean, look, that's 50 odd dollars on two single micros. I used to be bad, right? Because I used to think trading micros was just not the way to go because you can't earn enough value. I've been hitting $2,000-3,000 just trading micros, maximum of 7 micros, by the way. It proves that actually, to get your psyche in order, it's not a bad idea to trade with micros. Take base hits, take paper cuts if need be, and we should be good. So so we're at 1 o'clock now. Half an hour to go to call PCE. I think it's a mover. Typically, I would use this as a way to full port an eval. I haven't got any evals at the minute anyway, so I'm not going to do that. But this kind of move usually can move it. Hey Dustin, what's my daily profit target? If I can walk away with $1,000 today, I would be super happy. I don't really want to set myself a target though, because I don't want to push it, but I would be happy with $1,000. That would be my aim. Typically speaking, I've been caught out a few times on the news though. So I don't know whether I want to hold this through the news. However, it's been attack after attack, hasn't it? All the news has been relatively bearish. So I'm just wondering, after such a huge sell off, whether we see a brighter Friday with the PCE. They're expected it to be 0.2, so dropping from 0.3. Again, so core price index. Just have another little scan of this. So they're actually expecting it to drop slightly. So if it comes in at 0.3, then that could really spell disaster. Because the last 2 months it's coming at 0.3, so they are expecting it to drop a little bit. But I don't know. If it comes in at 0.1, then I think we could really motor. But they're the big swings that you want to see, specifically if you're trying to get in on a an account for prop firms, for the eval. You can do some good damage on them kind of moves. Dustin, that's twice you've done that, right? Where you've been in and out quite quickly on the day and done for the day. It's really good. As I say, I'm currently. I mean, I took a small scalp trade this morning. Shorted, took $123. But the thing is, this is a live account, right? It's not like this is real money rather than like prop firm stuff. So like small wins should really be my goal. I shouldn't really be thinking too much for pushing it, because I want to, I want this to steadily grow over time. Um, taking two, four, $500 a day is a second income, right? Let's be honest. I mean, yesterday after the stream yesterday, I carried on trading a little bit later on in the evening, and I ended up pushing the account to 3,700. And then near the end, I longed, and price came right back down again. So I ended the day on 2,800, so nearly $3,000. Now that's no small change, right? On a live account, you're building that over time. That is more than a second income. Dustin, do you how do you have the facility to copy trade your live accounts with your prop firm accounts, or do you just keep them completely separate? That's a very smart move, matey. I really like that. Yeah, yeah. Wait for the afterglow. Um, it's very tricky trading. I mean, sometimes, right? I've seen the market where New York will open and it'll, completely just move one way. Very, very little backlift, just completely go down or completely go up. Doesn't happen that often though. Usually, what you see is the fuckery, right? Where up, down, left, right, inside, out, and everything else. And that's the bit I think what happens more often than not. So it's very difficult to trade the open. The only way I like to kind of keep a trade in the open live is if I've, like the Globex session, right, where I caught the line, where I went long from the open of the Globex session, and price was high in the sky. That's not a bad time to hold a trade during the open, just because you've got a lot of room, but it's difficult. What are we on now? 1:05. I'm just going to grab a very quick cup of coffee, guys, and then I'll be back in 2 seconds. Just wait for that kettle to boil. Smart. Very smart, matey. Bit of a late start today, guys. I went to see some family yesterday, to do some present exchanges and stuff like that. And let's just say we had one too many glasses of red wine. So I'm not even sure it's a good idea to trade today, if I'm completely honest. What is it about Christmas time which you just don't seem to have any restraint when it comes to booze? Let's see what's been going on. So you can see here. I mean, I didn't open a trade Jordan Globex, but wow, I mean that if you shorten that, that was a great move. Did anyone manage to capture that, by the way? So what are we looking at here? 429-point move. I mean, we're starting to see a lot. I mean, usually what you tend to find is consolidation, Jordan, Asia, right? Asia, Globex, but it's really you could probably argue. Well, realistically, if you caught my stream 2 days ago, I explained and I stated what we very, very really rarely see is markets doing the same thing. Like, Asia down, London down, New York session. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that we do see a push back up, Jordan, because it's been super bearish, right? All week's been super bearish. It's not to say that won't happen, but I think the news in 20 minutes is going to be really key. So I am thinking long. I really do think long today. And I'm debating doing something really risky that I don't advise anyone else to follow along. And that is making sure I've got I want price to come down a little bit more, right? Because I want to be in a little bit heavier. Um, it's risky, but something tells me I think price is gonna be bullish today. So I'd like I don't like to average in. I know this is the opposite, but I don't like to average into winners because me average moves higher and higher and higher. I would change that if this platform. So like if I do another trade now, it will treat it as a separate trade, right? So it will average it in, but what it doesn't do is update the stop loss and the take profit, which is frustrating because if I went in on another two contracts, you would see a separate limit and stop. What I would like it to do is for that to update to say 4 and that to update to 4. So that as my average is rising, so is the stop loss and the limit order, rather than me having to adjust it quite quickly. Um, the way I get round that is if I'm in, I'll cancel this order and I'll put my stop at break even, and then it will automatically recalibrate to whatever the total contracts is for that move. By the way, guys, I was absolutely just ecstatic yesterday because I hadn't realised. And I'd asked if anyone was following to subscribe, and my subscriber count jumped up like 20 subscribers or something stupid like that, which was amazing. I don't think I think the only time I've had that was when I got called out by Rips on his YouTube channel, because I don't have kind of video rating different futures traders on YouTube from how I see it, from what I get out of watching different YouTubers and whatnot. But I was honestly, I'm so happy that a lot of you guys subscribe. So thanks so much for that. If that was one of you guys yesterday, or even before, I was humbled. Right, just get this coffee, guys. Be sick. Some of the big key talking points that we didn't address actually was for the FOMC, and which typically we should anticipate bearish activity is the dot plot, right? Which is where each member puts in what they think for rate cuts. Now, I think the market had been anticipating 4 rate cuts in 2025, but the dot plot came out that the majority of them only see 2 rate cuts. So that sent shivers down the spines of everyone who was longing, and effectively, the market just dropped. So it's painting a much bleaker picture for 2025, right? So a lot of the optimism from all-time highs obviously is waning. So, day in, day out, you're still going to get market moves, but generally speaking, we should be thinking some sort of a move, generally higher level move down. Don't know if I want to be in this trade right at price before the news. It's responding to Asia's low as resistance. Let's see where we are on the TPO. So this is today's TPO. So we have a single print here at 21,200, and we have another single print up here. Bear in mind, we still got a shit ton of single prints all the way up here, up to 22,200. I know today could be a crazy day. Big seller there. It's a big number. Okay, let's have a little recalibration of where we are. Let me just go back into order flow. And move that. My so I have 2 kids, right? My 2 kids, they finish early today in school. For Christmas, they break up today. So if my house turns into a high volume, crazy town in like 10 minutes when they come in, I apologize. I was trying. So my son's called Caleb, and I said to Caleb, I said, look, come and look at these charts. Tell me what you see. He said, just a load of squiggly lines, Dad. And I was like, good observation. I said, but if you look at the candles, what do you see? Do you see patterns when you're looking at them? And he was like, yeah. I said, try to explain what you're looking at. So he was like, well, I can see price moves. Price. He didn't say price. I can see the bars move up, and then they move down, and then they move up, and then they move down. I said that's called a trend. That's a trend. So because he always says what he went into school, and I think they were asking. So they had like a session where they all have to say what the parents do for a living. Now, my role is I'm a technical director for a company delivering smart building projects, right? So that's energy efficiency, IoT devices, integration of systems, etc. He didn't even know what that was, but he thought that my job was trading, right? So he goes into the classroom and says, my dad just watches my dad watches squiggly lines all day on charts, and the teacher was laughing his head off because he didn't know what it was. So I had to explain. I had to explain to the teacher what it was I did. Um, but yeah, I don't know if it's probably a good thing to start teaching Caleb what charting is at this age. But I've got to be honest, right? Is Tell me who else feels this way. If I had another shot at life, I would absolutely want to get into finance, and I would want to get into trading much earlier on. Learn about it, fundamentally learn about it. I mean, in schools, they don't teach basic finances in schools. Like, it's the one thing, at least in the UK, they don't teach like how to manage money. How to Everything is always designed for, go and work for a company, and retire when you're 65 and probably, getting past the point of being able to enjoy life with money. Like, no one really teaches you finance in schools properly. It's a big thing. I think if I had my time over again, the industry I would like to pick is some sort of business economics, and then into trading. I would love that. I only realized how much I love trading, after school, and whatever else, and college, and whatever else you do. I learned it too late. But the most amazing thing to have hit our channels is prop firms, right? Because it's really difficult to it's really, really difficult to get into markets properly without capital, right? I mean, if you put $1,000 in a live account or something like that, I mean, the margin alone, you'd get stopped. I mean, one mini, I think the margin requirements probably is at least maybe 5k if you want to trade, and then you can't hold trades overnight because of the margin requirements of holding overnight. I think you need, I mean, I'm going to guess here, but I think you need a fairly substantial amount of capital if you want to hold a trade overnight. So prop firms have been absolutely amazing for people the everyday Joe like me and you guys, to actually test the water for a relatively cheap amount of money. And at some point, I mean, everyone says this goal. I'm not sure how real it is, but like, everyone has the idea that I'm gonna use the capital from prop firms to put into a live account. I think that's a really smart thing to do. Um, it's just the end goal needs to be, like, if you really want to make money in prop firms, you need to have the accounts right. You need like 20 Apex accounts, and really playing it safe. $200-300 a day. Trading micros. I mean, one thing having a live account has taught me, realistically, is to, because usually I'm over leveraged. Always the time I'm over leveraged. I'm always spending, putting too many contracts in. Trading micros, and I'm now going to apply this very same thing to prop firms, because I think it's about staying in the game, right? It's about longevity. I mean, how many people here can say they've held a prop firm account, a funded account, a PA, or an XFA, or whatever it would be, longer than 3 months? It's very rare, right? You don't tend to see it. So, me mindset moving into 2025 is to really start to try to get prop firms in, but focus on small small amounts, and really taking base hits. That's the way. Yeah, come and sit here, son. I'll show you the charts. Everything you need to learn about life can be learned in the charts. So we are 8 minutes away. What you'll really see is a massive clear out of the order book as market makers pull a liquidity, and it's where we see a huge amount of slippage, right? I don't like the fact that this guy, whoever this is, I mean, it could be profit taken, right? But I don't like the fact that whoever this is now trapped, right? Large order. You can see it here. You can see that huge volume spike there was that 73 contracts, and now price is moving away from there. So this fella is in a little bit of trouble at the minute. But we should see the order book start to really move out, and blank out. currently $50 down in terms of this trade. I'm going to hold on. I think. Where are we in terms of the low? So 21 didn't quite drop below 21k, did it? You all right, mate? No?
Have you seen that?
Yeah. Do you want to come and say hello to everyone on YouTube? Well, happy, happy Christmas, Grace. This is Caleb. What does Daddy do?
True.
Trade?
Wait, what?
Oh, be careful. What, love? Watch it. That radiator is very hot, so be careful. Stay away from that radiator, it's hot. So what does blue mean on the chart?
Oh,
Just me and my 6 friends. Go on.
Okay, go on, you can have.
No, I don't have a limit order currently, Mark. I'm currently in on 2 contracts. So you can see here two contracts. That is just a representation of where the order was placed. I don't have my stop loss or anything in at this moment in time. I'm anticipating a move up.
You can.
But we should see the order book really clear out. Guys, by the way, I'm just giving you my ideas, right? I hope no one follows me because I have just as much luck in the markets as anyone else, right? And it is luck, right? Because a lot of it is just hoping that you have a little bit of an edge. Now, news events, there is absolutely no edge because it's a little bit like gambling, right? But my thesis is that because markets have been super bearish, there's a lot of liquidity above us. Also, in terms of TPO, we have a single print here and a single print there. We have come down and hit resistance at the 21k mark. So my feeling is an educated guess. Let's leave it at that. That price will move up. But it's news, right? So don't just copy me. I'm just a guy on the internet.
The remote.
The remote. No. I mean, you don't think anyone just copies anyone on the internet anyway. We're all savvy traders, aren't we? We all have an idea on what we want to do. But yeah, so I'm in from here. I've just 2 micros. That's all I'm in at the moment. Well, let's see. Well, we're 3 minutes away, right? Keep my eye on this. Mark, did you manage to sort your Edge Pro X out? Two minutes to go, team. 2 minutes. Good man. Good man. I was going to say I've got a contact who's really good. think his name's Giancarlo. So if you're already on with someone, that's great. Yeah, that's the word as well. Look, I'm just thinking, you know, like everyone thinks price has just been going down. It's got to go up, and price is going to go against me and go down anyway. But we start to see the we should start to see the order book clearing out. We have less than, well, coming out to 1 minute now. Do I do the smart thing and close this trade? Hmm. 41 seconds. I'm gonna let it roll. See the order book really thinning out. So you can imagine like 100 contract move would absolutely blast that, you know. Okay, 8 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Still waiting for it. Seems to be bullish. News looks positive. I was going to shut that trade off. Wow, $300. Come on. Keep going, baby. 0.1. I called it. I called it. Let's go. Break even trade. Break even trade. So there's the break even. I want at least. Look at the buyers. Really powerful. Look at the gaps. Look at all of the gaps here. Liquidity. Okay. Looking good. I'm not sure it was a nice call, Dustin. I think it was probably luck over anything. I did mention I felt price was going to be higher, but I actually said if it comes in as 0.1, that's a big move. I imagine dollar is tanking right now. Got to get above the VWAP, right? You have the DXY. Yeah, absolutely tanking. This could be really bullish for us today, fellas. Let's see. Let's see. Now, do we play this safe and just keep on, or do we expect a bit of a pushback? I mean, it's never a bad idea to take profits, right? That's the key, and just not being silly. So I am just gonna, every time we get a little shelf, just move it up again. Where are we on the? How far are we from the single print? Let me see. So this is the single print now, guys? Yeah, being filled. Okay, that's filled. Do we think we can come and claim this one though? That's the key. Nearly at $500. Keep going, baby. This thing's really starting to motor out. There's the next level shelf here. I mean, if I get $1,000 today, I'd be more than happy with that. Nice little shelf built here if we can make another leg higher. There's going to be a lot of shorts really, really in distress now, right? Let's make a new leg up. Go on, push. That's 2120 level there, strong. Don't want to. If we drop here, that's okay. That was 2 contracts. That literally 2 contracts, right? So that was. I'm not sure what that exact trade was. It was about $400. Yeah, it was because I had 1, 2, 3 from the first trade. So that was over $400 on two single micros. It really doesn't. We really don't need to go in long, crazy. I mean, I was tempted to go the full size, right, which was 7 contracts, but just 2 contracts. I mean, that's $400. That's $500. That's a decent salary. You get that. You if you get that 5 days a week, averaged, that's not bad. And that was a lovely, sweet move. If I didn't trade again today, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, it was a good call, Dustin. You mentioned that. I wasn't back. If I would have been back, I was looking at that 2100 level. I just wasn't at my desk. But that was a level I was watching specifically to see, because that's, it's been a big drop, hasn't it? And it got defended really well. And I think everyone was just anticipating the news. I mean, if we get a nice pullback, really you've got to be thinking about longs today. Because obviously we've also got the New York Open, right, which is in 35. Well, no, it's about just less than an hour. It's just less than an hour. But because of the volatility, I'm gonna look. I'll just use 1 micro, I think, and we'll build in if we need to. If we get a nice little pullback down to 150, somewhere around here, that'd be nice. But really, really interesting, guys. Did you see where we closed the? This was the single print here, right? Somewhere around there. So, like, we're starting to see some resistance now since we've closed that single print. I think, though, it wouldn't surprise me if we come up to here and fill this one today. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot above. Let me get rid of some of these. Every time you place a trade, it puts it on the chart here, and just for some reason, even though you get rid of them, they always seem to come back on. Okay. Is that right? So here. Yeah. S2. All right, so let's get back to Edge Pro. Let's go back into our order flow. The other thing you've got to be really wary of as well is, that might have just been a little bit of news that the market wanted to push into liquidity, and you're getting people like me expecting prices going to start mooning, and you just liquidity for more selling. Does anyone else do that? Does anyone rattle ideas in their head and think everything's a massive manipulated game, and in the end you don't trust your own insights because you constantly think there's a master manipulator in the background pulling the strings? I mean, we've got to concede that the financial gurus are not positive about 2025 with only 2 basis point cuts. Structurally, what's that did there? So rejected at that 618 level. Okay. Go long. Only in one contract. Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. The retracement. It's pretty balanced. A little bit down there. Here we are. All the flow. Let's touch lower here. Don't like the volume being built at the top of the candle. Like here, the volume for the sellers is at the base of the candle, which is really what you want if you're looking to short. Get over this. Okay. All right. The no loose trade. The sellers look strong, don't they? The $100 trade there puts us on 646 for the day. I mean, this is how I like to scalp when we're trending. Just kind of in and out. Don't think about it too much. Don't think what if I held and all that kind of nonsense, because you'll end up getting a price always does what you don't want it to do. But this would be a, if we get above this, it'd be a nice area to see. But we were coming into that resistance, and I just hit above $100. I was happy with that. ES is crashing. Really? Or was that later? Was that from before? Looking pretty positive there. It's this level, right? This is the level. It's trying its hardest to get through this previous support. Is now acting as resistance. We've got another nice volume shelf up here around that zone. 21, 280. So where's that in terms of the single print? 280. No, it's much higher. So I think, right, here's my thesis for the day. I think markets will open bearish. I think markets will open bearish initially, maybe come down to VWAP, and then go positive. Wasn't able to crack that level though, was it? Seeing large delta coming in here now on the sell side. See what all volume was on this last candle at the base. Wow. What a candle. Okay, $800 to the exact. That's crazy. That to the exact point. Get rid of some of these. If I can make another, see, I don't want to give myself a target of $1,000 because it's in my head then. But I would be happy to walk away. I think it's going to get through this. Tested it a number of times. There we go. I imagine the pathway is relatively, well, yeah. I think it's probably going to at least go to this volume shelf. Damn, I should have held that trade. Should have, could have, would have. Some gaps in the order book. Easily push it. Look how easy it would be to push price down. Did you see that then, by the way? Did you see that just before there was a load of gaps? Now, obviously, a gap means that it bypasses that price because there's no liquidity there. And you see how easy that candle pushed its way down. Seeing little gaps here. You seeing gaps in the order book. That is effectively what happens when there's imbalance, right? The price just completely smashes through. There's no liquidity there. It would just be like the markets to really start crashing now, simply because, you know, this was a tough area to get through. It smashed through it eventually, and now look at the markets just absolutely starting to tank again. happy I'm on the sidelines right now, I've got to say. Yeah, no, Mark, spot on. Honestly, mate, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm really pleased I finished the week. Well, I haven't closed down my trading yet, but I'm happy that I'm finishing the week strong. I had a really good day yesterday to make back the gains that I lost on the FOMC day. So today really is a bonus. You know, I just like to finish the day green. That would be amazing. I mean, to be fair, I mean, you know, to close up shop now would not be bad. $800 is great, isn't it? Let's be frank. And we haven't really. I don't think it's been difficult trading conditions. We had the news, right? That was a little bit of luck that favoured us, and then the scalping doesn't feel difficult in these conditions. And scaling in 1 and 2 micros at a time, and then kind of in and around a zone that you want to see a push through. It's felt good. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Usually ES is the primary driver, right? And then Q follows what ES is doing. But I have noticed sometimes there's a little bit of a decoupling. But usually, yeah, ES is the prime mover, isn't it? Starting to look weak at the moment, though. Could that be a nice little bit of manipulation there above the zone? Obviously hovering around VWAP. We are seeing a lot more tick volume in this 5-minute candle though. Nice bearish cumulative volume delta. But I would like. I mean, what do you guys think the markets are going to do when they open? It would be just like the markets to come all the way back down. You know, break through the 21K, even just a wick. You know, and then travel back up again. Because like, you know, the markets want to do the opposite to what everyone thinks, right? So everyone's thinking, okay, decent decent numbers out on the economic report for the core PCE. We had the initial boost up from news. Markets want to get everyone the opposite and then push it the opposite way. You okay, Grace? You're excited going to see Jack and Max? Yeah. Okay. What time are they going? An hour. Nice push through. was thinking about going long, but just wait for the open. That's a strong candle. Volume built at the base. Chance a little long here. Oh, have I gone 4 contracts? I didn't mean to do 4. This is not what I wanted to see. I think I'll probably flatten. It's only meant to go in with 1 and then build. I just didn't want to expose myself, but I'll take it. $48. But just to explain what I saw there. So, and it's what I look for with order flow is, I want to see strength being built at the base of the candle, which is and you can see a lot of sellers try to push the price down there. You can see that, and then we absolutely expanded from there. A lot of buy side liquidity coming into the market, and then again being built from the base point of control. You want to see it generally means there's confidence behind that push, because that's where the volume's coming in, right? That's what you're looking for, even for little small scalps like that. Just confidence in where the specifically with the volume. That was a lot of volume in that candle. 262 positive delta, so more contracts being bought there. 262 more in that 1,000 tick move. And then, we get the follow through with the next candle, 445. So seeing some positive delta coming in. Yeah, thanks, Dustin. Really appreciated. To be honest, I'm probably not going to be on most of the, I'm going to see what the first kind of 10-15 minutes of the open looks like. And then I'm probably going to cut the stream a little bit earlier today, if that's okay, guys. It's a nice bearish candle. Back in a sec, guys. Bullish, doesn't it, to me? I'll be quiet, Caleb. So about 55, well, $45 away from our target. That'll be nice. Get that liquidity injection in 5 minutes. See which way the machines want to go. Order book's looking very thin. It's not going to take a lot to push price. I'm seeing gaps develop. So price can get really slippy here. Nice push. I'm hesitant to go in again because we have the machines turning on in a few minutes. Let's hope it's good. And they want to go north. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll see what happens in 10 minutes, well, literally 40 seconds with the machine. Let's hope it goes positive for us.
Is
20 seconds. 10 seconds. See what happens here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Positive. Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, you can instantly tell the difference when the machines turn on, right? Just look at the volatility in the action. Hmm. I'm not sure I want to be in this trade before the open. I'm just going to flatten if we get positive. There is another liquidity injection at 28 minutes, which will be in 3 minutes. Oof. 109 buy at the top. Not good. Not a good place. Let's keep going up though, hopefully. It's that big buy there. Okay, so we've hit our daily target. So now we can just chill and watch the fireworks. So I think, I'm wondering if price is going to move down first before the move up, is my take. So let's see what happens in a few minutes. I don't think I'm going to be taking any more trades. I think I'm pretty much done with that. I want to finish the week strong, and it's a nice position to be in. Ugh. Good luck everyone for the trading and the open. This fella's got to be feeling a bit of pain right now, right? specifically before the open. Hey, guys, have fun. I like Nancy Collins. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, 30 seconds till we launch. 10 seconds. No, 15 seconds. Another large buy. Here we go. Watching for these bubbles where the buys and the sells are coming in. Bit of a subdued start at the moment. Oh, nice candle. Building a lot of liquidity in this tight range unit, really not doing too much. What's it looking like on the... Yeah. Doing much. Difficult trading conditions, these guys. I don't think I'd be wanting to put any trades on. It's still very indecisive.
Where's the pound that you're gonna give me?
I've not seen an open like this in a long time. This is crazy. Look at that. Even on the 1 minute. When do you see an open like that? Could we get a bar pattern? Not easy to trade this. I guess if you're scalping, there's opportunities, but like it's very unpredictable. Okay, after VWAP. Another large sell. I wonder if that's one of these getting out. Hmm. This is crazy price action. I haven't seen an open like this. So indecisive. The range is tiny. Like, literally, how many points is the range? Where's the open? There. Like a 38-point range. That's bizarre. Do we start to see some movement now, though? Okay, I think I'm probably going to call it just as a quick recap. So today we're just over $1,000, nearly at 9K on the balance, which is good. Managed to catch a nice trade on the PCE news, $400 odd, and then the rest we just scalped. Discord link is in the description if anyone wants to kind of come in and say hi, but later on. I tend to still trade later at some point, but I don't think I'm going to trade today. I think I'm pretty much done for the day. So if I do any trades, I'll put a little post out on maybe on YouTube. But other than that, trade safe, guys. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you back on Monday if you guys are tuning in. Speak soon, guys.